Good morning. I'm trying to start making Grandma Rosha's favorite bread. I'm starting with this recipe. I actually wrote this with Graham. I went one day and I wrote down everything I thought she was doing or everything I saw. I'm going to put this into another virtual form so I can share this as well. But I feel like there are so many pieces that I missed because it doesn't make much sense when you actually try to do it. So I'll try to make an amended version or like add a different color of what I added after the fact because I clearly missed something because this is not how it all works. So I started off, this is the part where I started up here. I started with my lukewarm water, the scant teaspoon of salt, tablespoon of sugar, and a quarter package of quick rising yeast. I just made a quadruple batch. So I just used 4 cups, 4 scant teaspoons, 4 scant tablespoons, and the whole little package of quick rising yeast. Shout out to Lori for buying the quick rising yeast and for finding it. So thank you that I can actually do this now. And then I started with this. I did the 1/4 cup vegetable oil. And then I'm glad that I saw this because it actually says a 1/4 of this for 1 loaf. I'm pretty sure the last time I did this, I did the 1/4 cup per loaf, which is probably why the consistency was garbage. So I did just the 1/4 cup and then 1 cup of Pillsbury bread flour. Grandma was so specific. She said you have to get the Pillsbury. So I always feel like I'm cheating if I can't find that stuff and use something else. I ended up, it says mix, stir as long as you can, as long as you have muscles. That's exactly what she said. And I just absolutely love that. I ended up doing the 4 cups of bread flour, and then she said she added a 1/2 cup more, then a 1/4 cup more. So then you just have to keep until like greasing your hands, and then so it wouldn't stick to the bowl, and then until it's not shiny anymore. She added flour until the mix wasn't shiny anymore. And that's what I did. I think I ended up adding 6.5 cups total. No, probably close to 7, just to make it look like this. And even now you can see that there's some, it looks a little shiny on top still, but I have a little bit more flour that I can mix in. So that's what I'm gonna start doing. So I mix it until it's about that. I should grab my spoon. It is stiff. She says stir as long as you can. She's not kidding. This stuff is so thick. And I had to keep switching back and forth between my right hand and my left hand because it just was not happening with just the right hand. So once you have it to this point, once it's kneaded, you're gonna cover it, which I will do in a second here. I'm gonna cover it in the microwave and let it rise for an hour until it doubles in size. Grandma also put a small bowl of warm water in the microwave to help it rise. In the recipe, it'll help go through this a little bit better too. Remove it after 15 minutes if the bread's rising too fast. Make sure the water's not too hot because it'll kill the yeast. So I'm gonna let it sit for an hour, and then I'm going to, till it doubles, and then I'm gonna punch it down, and then let it recover, and I'm gonna put a new bowl of hot water in there, let it raise for another hour, punch it down with flour and oil, and then that's where I'm gonna come back with video number 2.